What's going on, guys? Brandon back here with the MK3 GTI. Going to be doing the lower radiator support on the VR. One of the things I did notice when I first bought the car, the lower support is completely like rotted out on one side. So I was able to source one from someone else that pretty much looks brand damn new. So I'm gonna show you what we're replacing. All right, so as you can see, I got the car jacked up by the front mount. I have jack stands on both sides on the actual arm that holds the front mount. The tricky thing is that, yes, so the lower radiator support, you see it's on by fucking zip ties. On the other side, it's bolted in, it's fine, but this side is completely gone. So yeah, I've been driving around a little sketch with the radiator hanging on by zip ties. But it is what it is. I was able to source, let me get up, a pretty fucking great example of almost a brand new one. There goes the OEM SKU number, but looks in pretty damn good shape. A little like surface rust, but it looks like the previous owner did spray it down for me, so it should be fine. So we're gonna be putting that in today. I'm just letting the bolts soak with some PB blaster. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side now. I should have went and got oil too and just did an oil change too, because I'm coming up due for one. Not quite, but you know, since I'm under here anyway, I should have just did it. But we'll just do this for now. Next week I'll probably just do that as well. All right, also I did forget, the reason why you have them jacked up on both sides on the beam itself is so that you can keep it in place with the weight of the car, because they do use the same bolts. So there, as you can see, like if it was there, it would be connected to the same point, the same arm that the front engine mounts on. So once you unloosen them, it will be obviously free from the car. So you want to keep one on each side to avoid any movement, so that you could slide the bolts back through the same hole. That's why. So it's been sitting for a while, so I'm gonna try first attempt getting it off. It is a 16 from what I see. I did test fit it just in case, so it won't strip. So we'll give it a try. All right, so what else I did as well, I completely forgot when I do drop that, well, when I do cut the zip ties to drop what's left of the lower radiator support and drop the bolts that are actually still attached on the driver's side, the radiator is gonna fall. So what I'm doing, I'm creating like a daisy chain of zip ties around the fuel rail here, down to the end of the radiator, and I'm gonna tighten it around like the end of the radiator, so when I do drop the rest of the support, it has something to hold on to and it's not falling straight to the floor. So that, you know, it's just to hold it not too long, because of course it probably isn't the greatest idea to do this, but I'm literally just gonna do it quick enough to just put the new one right on, and then once it's in place, I'm cutting the zip ties so it could just rest on the actual new lower support. All right, so I got it out. Of course, let's see the before and after. Yeah, that shit was chewed up. But I did come into a snag. 3 of the bolts came out no problem. The other one, the last one, just kept spinning. And then when it finally came out, look at that. All crusted, the threads in the middle all like gone. Yeah, so I definitely cannot use this. So I'm in a little bit of a spot because, of course, you know, no one's home. My wife isn't home. My parents that live close by, they're actually out right now. A buddy of mine is just getting out of work. So I'm hoping he can just give me a ride real quick because we don't have another car right now, to the hardware store to see if they could just match this up. As long as they get somewhat close, because I definitely don't want to leave 3 bolts up, because especially since the front engine mount is on the second arm that it sits in back of this. So I don't want any issues with alignment or my engine mount. So I definitely want to get as close as possible to this bolt. The hardware store by me, they sell loose bolts and they match up bolts pretty good, so I'm sure I'll get something. So when I grab the new bolt, I'll show you the new one, see how it compares, and then we'll put this thing back up. I mean, I could probably put it up right now with 3 bolts and then just wait for my buddy to come get me, and then when I get back, just put on the last one. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that one. I'll just do that now. All right, guys, so we're back. Got the new one on. So got the new bolt in. Just went to Home Depot and matched it up as best as I could. The other bolt goes into there, so it's 1, 2. So of course, don't tighten up one side more than the other, or like completely, because when you get up the one side, you're going to need to align this so it falls perfectly in the holes, and then you put those through and get them through. Always just get them started so that they have some sort of, like, you know, clamping on one side. Like what I did the insides first. So I went a little bit here, screwed it up tight. Same thing on the other side, screwed it up tight a little, and then I started aligning up this hole, and then the other hole on the other side, same thing. And then I put that one through, got it started, other side, got it started, then just tighten them up all the way completely. So this ain't going nowhere now. I got new hardware for the actual radiator support. I mean, I haven't clipped the zip ties yet, but I'm going to right now as soon as I end this clip. But yeah, so I got new hardware for here because the original hardware was it snapped when I took it off. So I just matched it up as best I could at Home Depot, and it's a little longer, but it still goes through. I'm more than likely just gonna run a quick spray of black paint right here just to protect it. But yeah, it goes through the clip here for the radiator goes through with a little washer, and then into that little welded nut on there, and then same thing for the other side, and that's it. I mean, I could I guess clip the zip tie right now. Zip tie clip. I gotta clip this one. Zip tie clipped. Let's do the same thing for the other side. Other other side. Tightened it a bit too much. Okay, I see it. And then I'll just get this from the other side, and that's it. I'll drop the car down. We all set. All right, so I believe I said it earlier in the video, but this side, the passenger side of the Radiator, I did just find a way to put a zip tie on the bottom, and I brought it all the way up top here to the fuel rail, put another zip tie here, and then just daisy chain, just like chain the zip ties all the way down to it, just so it had something to hold up the Radiator and it's not hanging. And then for this side, it's gonna look silly, but I did go from that side, from the mount of the Radiator itself, and then I chained it all the way up to here. I put two there just to give it a little bit more support, but I'm done now. I clipped that side already, so I'll just clip this side. Get the... Yeah, there's more stuff coming to the car soon. I did go to a part out of a Mark III and got a bunch of red coolant holes off their motor. So I think I'm gonna clean up those and then swap out all these black coolant ones over there, all out for the red ones. This clipped and out of here. Boom. All right, so let me clean up, let me put everything back, and then maybe we'll go for a little drive and I'll do a little some exhaust clips. Guys, that was it for me. Everything went smooth. Replaced that lower radiator support. Just pulled up at home. So yeah, just follow me on all social media, that guy Fate, on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. Should be another video coming soon, because I gotta do those radiator hoses like I said. And really should do an oil change and a coolant flush, because the guy that owned the Mark III before me put some bullshit radiator fluid in. He didn't put G12 or G13. So I got a fresh gallon waiting for the car in the trunk, so I got to do that. Yeah, man, I mean, if you guys like what you see, like, follow, subscribe, keep notifications on, so you'll see when I go live, if I stream, or you'll see when I post. immediately as soon as I upload. But yeah, man, have a good night, guys. Peace.